There we go. Really wonder what you can do that this matchup is getting more variety. I have nothing against this setup because in itself it's kind of cool and nice to play to a degree. But yeah, more allowance for different strats would be sweet. And then it has to arrive in the Asian scene that you can play different strats as well, which is not too easy in itself. So Demon already with the ring, that's always what you're looking for. As everything is physical damage, this is physical damage mitigation. And then on the other side we look for damage. Blade Master also got some damage. And it's the calm before the storm. 2 more regular one-on-one maps. And then a best of 3 between Soin and Neutron. In Don't Rush Me Cup. 11-minute no rush. Multiple expansions. Big damage. Big crazy heroes. That's what we love. So far, only Lawlight in the playoffs there. Is he eliminated Chemico? Now many others to follow. To follow. That's the word I was looking for. Neutron said he's only afraid of Sheik. The rest is no competition. We'll see. Could be a classic Warcraft scenario of person with big mouth falls on his face. But yeah, the match was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. Now, Soin's still busy because Happy took half an hour of a break today because the servers were unstable only for him. Otherwise, would have lined up nicely. Very well-rounded Demon Hunter here on Echo Isles. How do you like Echo Isles these days? I mean, with the revamp to version 2, with that mine up top and with the turtles at the bottom, it's cool, but it doesn't really excite me, I have to say. Like, for example, Shattered Exile. Always excited for Shattered Exile. Even though we don't see that many crazy games there anymore currently.
Players' forces are under attack.
Scrimmage always excite me. Still not good. Shit. Better place than ever. Still bad. Good. That's what I thought. It's not a universally beloved map. Even though epic wars were fought here. Still in the most famous maps of all time, it's probably second, right? Or third, I guess. Third. Lost Temple, Twisted Meadows. Twing. Then Echo Isles. Nice steal as well. That's a lot of hex. Yeah, that is the most classic mid-game of a Night Elf war game. And I would like to say Soin is in a solid position. Radar and Snare come in. That means he got double Beastery this time. Really? I don't know if I condone that behavior. Colorful tier 3 on the way. Booty Bay. Just because it was for a long time the #1 map displayed because it started with a B. So far, I gotta say though, with the double crowd control with Ensnare and Hex, getting quite some damage done. There's 0 map presence allowed for Colorful, who still has to wait for the tier 3. Keeper didn't make much progress.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now we get the walkers. Is this lining up? Yeah, pretty much perfectly actually. With the bears that they will that will arrive at tier 3. So Soin really feeling like he wants to rush things. This is kind of the strategy I expected on map number 3 after that late game went so much in favor of Colorful. There is no master training yet. There is no tier 3 yet. You can cast a redo. Nice, but that's the last redo you'll ever cast. No, you won't. You save yourself to the moon wealth. Well done, Colorful. Blade can dive. Chop. It's kind of stuck there, though. Maybe. Should be. Oh, Colorful allows him to walk out. No way. There's a potion. Lamau. Okay. That was unnecessary. For a bear. Wasn't it obvious? Feels obvious. Well, this entire nice early and mid game down the drain. We get the Blade Master back, so he saves the potion for later. Maybe wasn't confident that he would get out and died with the potion then. Might be important down the road, guys. Let's not judge him too quick. If in the final moment, at most decisive moments, the potion is saving his ass, that was the right call. Nice. This is a Gatling gun Blade Master. Lovely. Demon Hunter double parry-apt. Oh my god. Oh, tanky boy, huh? 1150. Damn, that's 3 crits later that he can survive.
A player's forces are under attack.
But okay, we'll see if he can recover from this. Can fine-tune the army a little bit. Nope. GG! GG! He saw Colorful coming and he's under a bit of time pressure, I guess. Let's double check real quick if there was... No, wasn't a disconnect. We go... we go Northern Isles. Okay, that creep check would have been nasty anyway. And that's the win for Colorful with 3-2, or with 3 maps won already. It is a best of, it's not a best of series, it's a play all series. So we will get another map right here, and that is Northern Isles, I can tell you that much. Yeah, feels like Soin really wants to play Don't Rush Me Cup. Feels like he's rushed into the Don't Rush Me Cup. Let's see. Hey, Witty! I hope you had a fun stream. Another successful stream with not getting banned. That is wonderful, my dude. I love to see that you're doing better. I hope a lot of towers were built, or a lot of heroes were leveled up, and lots of elves were cut into pieces. Much love. We are casting one more show match between the Chinese Night Elf Colorful and the Korean Orc Soin, who's been playing tournaments for 6 hours straight and has another match right after this. The Don't Rush Me Cup is coming back. The witty people might know this by now. We have like a mix of FFA and one-on-one, which follows the old LAN rules of 10-minute no rush. Don Trippy, thank you for the prime. Actually, it's 11 minutes 20, no rush, but you get the idea. Everyone can do whatever they want on their side of the map, and then at 11 minutes 20, they can finally fight. And it's always nice when we see one-on-one players facing FFA players. But yeah, here, it doesn't look too great. It looked great at first, and then the blade died with the potion, and he was never able to recover from that. So, the big question, is Colorful gonna switch up his build? If I had $1 for every time Colorful played Demon Hunter Dryad Bears, I could end world hunger, probably.
A player's forces are under attack.
Get Blizzard to replace Demon Hunter. My connections are fairly limited in that regard. What else can I do? I do like to point out that he's by far the best hero in the game. I do like to point out how strong Immolation is in the early game. I also like to point out how nice the interaction of Rejuve and Invul Potion is. And I keep talking about the strength of the Orb of Venom. So, Witty, what can I do without getting even more hate from the Night Elves that I already got? Oh, also, Ring of Protection +3. Amazing for a Demon Hunter. But what was... Oh, how did Soul call it? The lottery build?
Forces are under attack.
I don't know. He went for crit. Sneak into their headquarters. Remove the code where he exists. Then it's Brent's fault. I think finding a reasonable Demon Hunter nerf for them is easier than for me to get into the US with their social media scans. Can you dispel Reju if the DH uses an invul? No. So you use an invo, you apply Reju, and then there's nothing you can do about it. Also, I think they have a picture of me at the front door. Don't let this guy enter. Shoot on sight. After I made a video about the AI icons after 2.0 release. Don't you lose all the buffs if you use invul? Yes, that's why you invul first, then Reju. That Blade Master inventory is quite sweet. Also, Witty, are you inciting violence again here on Twitch? Break into their headquarters. Violence against doors is not allowed. No, you said sneak. You should be safe. You said sneak? I see you're a changed man. We go double beastery again, by the way. That worked out nicely for additional control. And then on Northern Isles, some people call it the best map ever for one-on-one Warcraft 3. And I can see that argument. It got enough options to expand. It got a nice rush distance so you can play one base. It got lots of stuff to do in the middle. It got some safe creep spots as well that are very rewarding. The only negative thing about Northern Isles is we played it a lot in the past 15 years. Cien, you are kindling a fire you can't extinguish. Do you really want to go? Do you feel firefighty today? If you use invul and Zeppelin picks me up and then crashes, do I go dizzy? I do not know this. I actually have no idea. I think I never even thought of that. So if anyone has any idea, let us know. Is that DKHCN? That is DK, the legendary DKHCN. Oh, I thought for a second the keeper got it, but no. Entangle again. We got a potion again. Okay, I thought for a bit it's a bad luck charm. Man, this is wild. This is very wild. Blade Master is missing level 2 crit. It's not the greatest outcome, but now the Raiders can fight the Dryads with an Ensnare. A Kingdom for a heal scroll. It's available now. Nobody really has the resources for it. Soin would be the first. But yeah, the only unit surviving here is a Grunt. That is a freaking bloodbath. Oh! Didn't expect this Raider save. Soin got some nice control, man. I really, really hope that after these 7 hours of competitive Warcraft, he does remember that he needs different build orders in Don't Rush Me.
A player's forces are under attack.
I would love to see Witty as one of the team captains for the Classic Cup. I think he'd be a good captain. Who would be a funny opponent for Witty? I don't know the other scenes too much. But I think if Witty really wanted, he could get me hyped AF. But in Clippy voice. A nice little pep talk in Clippy voice. That'd be the dream. Come on, Neo. You can do it. You always could. Something like that. He does it better. He does it a million times better. I'm ashamed that I even tried this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sparta would be the perfect enemy. Sparta couldn't lead the Romans to Rome. What are the little icons above certain units' health? That is an item indicator for creeps. So, do I have an example somewhere? Nah. If there's no icon, you don't get a reward. if there's a silver icon, wait. If there's a silver icon, this drops a tome. And if it's a yellow icon, this drops an item. And if you're the player and you click on that monster, you also see what it can drop. That is a War 3 Champions feature that they implemented maybe half a year ago. Just as a little help. Warcraft is hard enough. Don't have to memorize. Item drops. Some overdue quality of life, that is. Soin has a sick inventory. Colorful has a sick inventory. I'm still of the opinion, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we should delete 3 heroes and every unit of each side of this matchup. And we only have Demon Hunter versus Blade Master mid only. That would accelerate Night Elf versus Orc matches so much. But then, I gotta be honest, the late game fights of Night Elf versus Orc are quite awesome if we get to this state of the game. We have redo. We focus on the keeper who holds the town portal in anticipation. There's Hex. There's a crit. Ah, he cuts him to pieces. Can't TP when you're a chicken. Bark, bark. And now it's once again on the shoulders of a Demon Hunter to carry this home. I think Soin is properly warmed up for the Don't Rush Me Cup. Without Keeper, you really miscontrol. The Kodo comes in. Yummy, yummy. Someone could use a heal scroll. Or a heal wave, because the shop is here. Nice. Just a tiny retreat, right? Just a couple of meters across Northern Isles. And then he got the sustain that he wanted. And he had the bank that he wanted. Much better chicken. Hey, Chuddy, what's up? Yes, I grew up in a very rural area with lots of farms. Chicken is my jam. Chicken are my homies. Speaking of homies, the Demon Hunter homie is also dead. Is this good night for Colorful then? It looks like it. No hero no more. 16 food down. Demon Hunter back. Okay. Dryad finds the expo. 3-2, I think. Solid result for a 7-hour gaming session. As he cuts the demon again. GG. Well done, Soin. Dude, this... I tell you something about Soin. The guy has amazing hair. And the dude plays a damn fine Blade Master. Damn fine. I'll never get tired of Soin's Blade Master. So good. Okay. 3-2. Solid. Now, Soin had a close series versus Colorful. But will he be able to withstand Neutron in Don't Rush Me Cup? It's playoffs even. Playoffs. Nice! I think our players have to go through map pick and bans. Any co-casters today? I have no idea if Rulers is back on his feet after our cast on Sunday. He was rushed to the hospital. Too overwhelmed by the awesomeness of his co-caster, me. He got his appendix removed. And since then is, I guess, recovering. So we have to be very, very nice to Rulers this week. He is doing the orga job already again. So it can't be that bad. Can't be that bad. I did a cast with Neutron and Godfather on One of these days. Might have been might have been Tuesday. Neo putting people in hospitals. I mean, it's not my fault if they get starstruck into a hospital. What can I say? What can I do? Yeah, so that was the last one-on-one show match of the day, but one-on-one content will of course continue. Just because we stop with one-on-one for today, we have the conclusion of the Yutiao Cup, doesn't mean we don't get more. Tomorrow, B Cup playoffs begin, and the lineup is just so sick. I'm very much looking forward to this. Pew! Tomorrow, live sock, right? Yes. Colorful Infi is postponed. Focus 1-0. Yes! Such a good game. So that's then as well. Lin versus Happy, also on March 8. You want to get up early here? What else is tomorrow? Oh, Hazy Soin. So Soin has a busy day today, and then tomorrow, Fight for Survival in B Cup versus Hazy. Hazy is crazy, but Soin is in great shape. We'll see about that. So those are the games, huh? Live Sock, Focus 1-0, Hazy Soin. Jacuzzel! Nice matches! Starting at 12, when we always start. That first Starbucks Still game can put anyone in the hospital. Yeah, about Still, it seems like he never replied to the orga anymore. And then Sweeby gets Death Win is the latest info I got. I don't know if that changed in the past few hours. I don't know. Yeah, again, don't rush me Cup. One best of 3 here before we call it a day. Ongoing. Don't rush me. Moobot. Grid. Bracket. Don't rush me. Cup. No. God damn it. God damn it. Don't rush me. Cup. Bracket is now updated for you. What happened so far? It is a mix of one-on-one players as well as FFA players, whoever wanted to play this mode. Say So and War3 Orc Hero eliminate Sock. That was quite a surprise. Sexy wasn't able to attend that day because he mixed up dates, but he was playing a later day, so just don't get confused why it's twice there. Moon and Devi eliminate Ice Orc and Jean Bombeur. Strong win for Devi here. Really hope he can cause some trouble in the playoffs. Those were nice games. Lawlight and Trunks over Sting and Pink. Sheik and Soin. Sheik and Soin over Sexy and The Pants. But Sheik, this wasn't even close, man. This was ridiculous. Farseer. Bench the Farseer. There's no chance that a Farseer works here. No. Starbuck and I guess Sweeby advancing over Wiz and still with the forfeit. Dice was incredibly strong. Inspired as well, eliminating Skoa, which is still so sad to me. Love Skoa. Such a jolly, funny, positive guy from what I know from my interactions with him. It's probably very different on the maps. The two Koreans, Lucy and Chemico, eliminate the greatest FFA player of all time, Lelu, and also Hawk. And Group H, yeah, Toby. Neutron, big favorite. He can play a very good one-on-one, is playing B-Cups, etc. He is also a great FFA player and a multi-race player, so a double hybrid. He was the favorite everywhere. Very respectable that Ido got a map of him. Against Death Note was kind of one-sided. And then Ina eliminating Ido and Death Note. He has a tough bracket. This is the bracket for the playoffs. Wait, for the people who don't see that well anymore here in our old community. Can I fit this on one screen? Yes, exactly. Precisely. This is the bracket. Say So versus Sweeby. Moon Inspired. That is scheduled for March 9. Lawlight has already eliminated Chemico. We did that. Sheik Ina is scheduled for March 10. We will definitely cast that. Starbuck Okiro March 11. This is getting tricky with B Cup. A little bit. Because it's 4 p.m. B Cup is probably not finished. Dice DV 100%. 100% casting that. Could be show matches. Depending on the show match, we'll also cast that. March 12. Dice and DV. Trunks and Lucy 14:30. There's no way we can cast that. And then Neutron playing Soin now. So everything we can't cast live, we'll cast as replays. I can enter this. Freaking Gartroll again, not doing his job. Oh, now he did. Now he apparently did. There we go. So it needs 10 minutes. Yeah, he has had a very, very, very long day. That is correct. Perch. Then it should show up, right? Okay, I didn't do my B Cup prediction game yet. You can do the same at !prediction. And then let's see if you're a better prophet than the prophet. It's relatively tough to predict because it's double a limb and it's 16 players. This is rough. So, since we have 10 minutes, I'm doing my prediction now. Life over Sock. Life is in killer shape. He's not as good versus human as Moon is, but I think Sock is in general in a slump, even though he's trending upwards. Colorful versus Infi. Oh, that every Infi game is just 50-50. Is he in good shape or not? I think Colorful looked good. Not great. Infi versus Night Elf. I think Colorful goes through. Focus 120 got even harder to predict after today. Because Focus was bringing new builds. Soin was bringing new builds. 120 was weak today, but is he weak tomorrow? Is he overplayed now and starts a slump? I think Focus goes through. Focus was really good today. He took 2 maps of Happy. We'll see. Linverse Happy. Do I believe? Do I believe? So Happy lost 4 maps versus Focus and Soin today. It's a question if Lin did the homework or not, huh? If he can play the Focus Soin builds. I believe. Night Elf Orc Mirror. That's crazy. Moon and Dice. That would be such a disastrous bracket for both. Dice was... I think Dice is coming very prepared. I'm calling Dice. I hope he's coming prepared. Don't disappoint me, boy! Don't disappoint me. Hawk Elegant will be Elegant. Hazy Soin. I don't know. Hazy. I would love for it to be Hazy and a great run for Hazy. But I think after today, if Soin is not like giga tired, Soin will go through. It's also a bit of a question what Hazy is playing. But Hazy, all the best to Hazy. All the best to Soin as well. Cine vs. Kaho is a question if Kaho can handle a talent push, and I think that's the case. For a long time, Kaho was known as the best Night of Mirror player in the world, and that shouldn't stop him here. Insane lower bracket. Live Colorful will be live. Focus Lin. I know Focus won the last encounter in Super League. Usually it should be Lin though. Happy Dice, no chance for Dice, unfortunately. He's good, but not that good. 1-0 Elegant, no chance there. Infi Soin. Infi Soin. How good is Soin versus Human? Kind of a coin toss, huh? Am I just influenced by the amazing Soin performance today? It doesn't matter. He goes through. Sock Kaho will be Kaho. Then we got Live Lin, which is live. Happy 1-2-0 is very 50-50. Should be happy. Yeah, 1-2-0 is trending down a bit. Kaho also. Colorful Happy is happy. Focus Kaho is focus. Happy Focus is happy. Happy Lin is happy. Gets the revenge. And Happy Life is happy. Oh, I have to do that here, right? Happy. Neo's Prophecy. I think the early rounds are incredibly hard to predict. That's my prophecy then. Ay, there's a couple of 50-50 shots there. You can do your own prediction, exclamation mark prediction, and then we can check every single day how right or wrong I was. Check. There we go. Show me that you're better. If you don't agree with my prediction, show me that you're better. Yo, Rolex, what's up? Weekend! Enjoy, brother. Don't Rush Me Cup already passed today, or will it still happen? Yeah, we're waiting. We're waiting for Soin to take a little break. And then we go. Oh, Skoa will also be here. Nice. So ready for Happy Lin? But yeah, we need it twice, no? Rula says I can't join the cast. There's no way I'm allowed to laugh. It hurts too much. You poor soul. You poor soul. Ja, machen wir. Sorry, musste meine Prediction fertig machen. Und hab Discord nicht gesehen. So, wir haben anscheinend die Map Picks and Bands, Freunde. Whoop! Neutron, sagt der. Wow, now I'm in German. Oh my god, I got a German Discord DM, and all of a sudden my entire brain is switching to German. No. We stay in English, boys. Neutron, Orc, Soin, Orc. We banned Ferocity, Frozen Marshlands, Vile Reef, Juggernaut also, Neutron, 100 API, APM. In the pick and ban scene, we see where Soin is hovering over. Soin picks Monsoon, the Trunks map. Neutron with Furberg Hills. Virik, thank you for the prime. So in chicken. What can I ban? What should I ban? I mean, it's an Orc mirror, but you have to know that Neutron can also play Night Elf, and he could theoretically also play Human. I don't think he plays Undead ever. Nah, we playing Fountain, the biggest map of them all? Yes, we do! Oh, sick! Everybody who saw Starbuck versus Still... oh no, it's banned, it's banned. Oh, I saw that there was another map on the left-hand side. Okay. So Greenville it is. Greenville it is. Do we have a game name? Huh? This maybe? Not yet. Rulas! Gib mir ein Game Name! There we go. Alright. Since we got a lobby, I get my co-caster on the call. Skoa, you wonderful soul. Hello, happy Friday.
Hello. What's up?
Hello.
Turn off your stream right now because otherwise I'm hearing you too many times here.
Yeah. Shut me down. But stay on the stream. We need the views.
I'm still on the stream, yeah. It's all good. No worries.
Just mute. Very nice. Skoa, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm kind of happy that I'm able to cast here. I mean, now where I'm not playing myself anymore, you have this freedom of just casting.
I was about
enjoying
to say,
the games.
Compete, would you rather cast or play?
It's a really good question. I mean, the thing is, those games they take a lot of practice beforehand. So I kind of like the casting and I like watching them.
I was about to say, like so many players said already, it's so exhausting. Still even forfeited because of like hand problems and human problems.
It's probably the human problems, to be honest.
Yeah. Is it really that hard to fight human as Orc in this mode?
Yeah, I mean, I lost against Inspire too. I mean, the games were kind of close, but I feel like it's easy for human to kind of get like a nice push, especially if you play like White Griffins. Not like Chemico does it against any race, but especially against Orc. Game is cancelled here?
Game is cancelled. Yeah, I think it's the host, like Russia Central 7 is a bit of a bitch sometimes. On some day it's working fine, on some days it doesn't. We'll see. Rulers will handle this.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Rulers is collecting a lot of experience here in his first big tournament.
And
tournament host.
No appendix is holding him back anymore since we got that removed on Monday.
That is true, yeah.
In comparison to FFA, what do you like better?
Everything, really.
Okay.
FFA is, I mean, it's been like a long discussion between FFA players and 1v1 players. The FFA players, they always complain about the small maps and like the short times and the small armies and the 1v1 players. They always complain about the teaming. You know, they always have to play 1v2 or 1v3, and now we can just really figure out who's better.
It's such
right?
a
Who's
cool
the
game.
best.
It's also like fresh. I mean, I've seen you play a couple of months ago, I think, against Sheik. When they tried this for the first time, I thought, okay, this has potential for sure. Wasn't figured out at all at that point, but really cool to see what happened with this game mode and how it has developed.
Yeah, it changed actually quite a lot in recent times. I mean, now, especially since Sheik and I mean some other players, Trunks, DV, and myself as well. I mean, we've played this game mode a lot, and it's changed in the past. Because back then, when I played against Sheik, like for example, Batlane was pretty much, like I guess in my opinion, kind of unbeatable for Undead and Elf potentially even. But I think now there are definitely ways actually to deal with a lot of those cheesy gameplays. You just have to kind of practice them and know them. And I'm curious to see in the future games if they know them. I don't really expect it in Orc Mirror today.
Not really, right? But I hope we get the same show that we had between Starbuck and Still. That was probably the best map we've seen so far, even though the rest of the series was not as great as that one map. But is there anyone in this tournament that surprised you positively? A lot with say, oh my god, I didn't expect he'd be that strong.
Yeah, good question. I mean, I didn't think I'm not gonna make my group, by the way. I mean, I knew that both of those guys practiced a lot, but I thought, like for example, Inspired, I think played better than I expected him to. Also, the games against Dice were, like, I knew that Dice is gonna be really good, since he beat Cheek just by barely playing this mode at all.
Ooh.
So, you know, I mean, I guess I don't know that kind of even, but he definitely won games. And Inspired, I mean, he's practiced a lot, so you know, you could argue it's not that much of a surprise. But I'm still kind of surprised because also like his Orc vs Human was pretty solid, and a lot of the mistakes I've seen him do in the qualifier, because he has qualified through the open stage. And I think he's picked up his game quite a bit.
Yeah, that was noticeable throughout the series or throughout the day, how he got cleaner and cleaner. And we have to say, you had a very, very tough group. And like most of the other groups, you would have survived for sure.
Yeah, I mean, some groups were kind of like meme games. But yeah, it was a tough group.
Next time we have to bribe rulers better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think actually Rulers, at the time when he made the groups, he kind of wanted me to have a hard time, I think, because bats were still considered to be really strong, and he knew that I was like the bad guy.
Ah.
The bad boy, so to say.
I like it.
And he kind of wanted to punish that. And also, yeah, he achieved that.
Yeah.
So he gave me opponents. Also, like, Orc vs Human Batlane is not as effective as against like Elf and Undead.
True. Because of that goddamn.
And Inspired is like a tough guy.
It was good. So, first playoff game, or second playoff game, Lawlight has already advanced over Chemico. I think that was to be expected. Did you see the Soin games versus Sexy? Because I did not.
I also didn't, actually. But I did hear something about it. I've heard that Soin stepped up his game, because the first games, they weren't so... Yeah, they were kind of... You know, I think he played Farseer against Sheik,
Yes.
Which is... I mean, the thing about playing against Sheik versus Undead in general, if you don't know that you're facing a kind of a rush, or not a rush, but a... What's it called? A Necro Wagon push. It's gonna be really tough to figure this out. And actually, I'm seeing some interesting idea over here. I don't know what that means, to be honest. But Neutron is making a Warmill.
Oh, okay.
On the other
I
side.
can tell you everything about it, man. I feel proud that I know this, or thought I know this. Wait, maybe I don't. But first, Soin, I casted his first series, and not only did he play fast here, but also very low on expansions. Like, I think on game 1 he had 1 expo, on game 2 he had like 0 because it was Juggernaut and he couldn't really find a place to expand. Yeah, that wasn't too great. And Neutron, this is something that Sheik did. Plays the
I'm really confused, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you, but like, is this the new meta that I'm missing here?
Yeah, Sheik introduced this in the series versus Soin. You do this like close to a lab, so the shredder don't has to go home to collect lumber.
Okay.
But you basically send the shredder to the lumber mill or to the war mill to get more lumber faster.
That is an interesting idea, but I think it's bad, to be honest. Because actually on this map you can creep in a way that you get the second expo already up relatively early, and you can get the shredder, and the shredder can run and mine lumber at the expo if you do it in time. So
Okay.
I'm not really liking this idea on this particular map. Although I mean I think it's an interesting idea, but I don't think it's really necessary. But we'll see.
Maybe
I'm
it's one of the cases where everybody considers Sheik to be like the most influential guy, the smartest guy, and just copy what he does.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, I mean, it makes some sense. I mean, maybe it's for some particular maps better and on others worse. Yeah, on this map, I think like you can use the shredder and let them mine on the expos. So I don't think it's necessary, but I guess you can get a little bit of an earlier second shredder, because I like to kind of, when I creep, like I actually get 3 expansions and then only the second shredder often on this map.
Okay. All right, we might see the
This way you
impact
get a
here.
little bit more lumber, of course.
Yeah. I mean, the Great Hall is still building for 70 seconds. He gets like a minute of shredder mining time, more or less.
Yeah, but they both haven't grabbed like those expos, which
True.
is really the standard route
Yeah.
on this map. You would always do this expo into this, and then you can choose if you wanna do the expo. I like to do the expo and then the shredder right there. But I mean, there are many ways. I mean, it's a mode to be creative in.
Exactly.
So why not let them be creative
Exactly.
instead of?
And,
But if you do make a womble, you also wanna mine with the shredder ideally. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, oopsie. Oh man, so unfortunate. I just wanted to praise him, because Soin at the moment is a busy boy. I don't know how much you follow the one-on-one still, or how the people on stream are following the one-on-one. But Soin played Yutiao Cup for 2 days group stage. Today he had playoffs. Then he also played show matches every day, and he prepared for Don't Rush Me Cup. Like, this guy cannot sleep much.
You know, I mean, I'm also a huge Soin fan in 1v1, to be honest. I mean, he's a really nice guy. I also got to meet him at the Rara Land.
Yes.
So I am pretty impressed, like, to see that he is putting in the hours here for this mode as well. Like,
Yeah,
it's not.
It didn't look that way on the first maps against Sheik, but afterwards I've heard only positive things.
Yeah, it hasn't looked in the first games like it, but he's picking up the game, and now he has a little bit of a problem, by the way. Just to point that out, his Blade Master, his creeping is not ideal. His Blade Master is very low.
Yes.
It's gonna be hard to creep smoothly here, because he didn't. I guess he skipped the shop early on, not getting heals off, and that's maybe a problem if you don't know exactly like how much you can take and risk on each map. I mean, he still kind of creeps, but it's like a low value spot. Shadowhunter's coming in though. Shadowhunter's bringing the. Actually, he had already the Shadowhunter. He was picking up all the heal swords here, so now he's gonna be fine. Can
Okay.
take some more camps. But on the other hand, you see Neutron is already on more bases. He's currently building the 5th base, while Soin is a little bit behind in that regard.
Do you think it's
and-
too
and-
greedy to go for 5 bases, or is that exactly what they should do?
I think in Orga you don't really want to have those many bases. The question is, what is he gonna play? But he's going to bat lane, actually, what we were expecting him not to do in Orga. For bat lane, you want to have as many bases as possible, as you can like kind of fit in. He's getting the liquid fire right now, So it seems like he just wants to not take a proper fight. We're not gonna see the still Starbuck 2.0 today. We're gonna see some different styles, yeah.
Exactly. A little reminder for everybody who doesn't know how this works. In the middle, there's an invisible wall at the tavern, basically, and you see the counter up top. Nobody could cross this line for 11 minutes, and in 1:30, this invisible line will disappear, and then they can fight each other. Tech-wise, seems like Soin is a bit behind in units, or goes for the lodges already. Got some headhunters.
Yeah, but he
as well.
also has bats. Like, we might be seeing a bad mirror here.
Yes, please. How?
In that case, it's like, I mean, the bases are gonna be nice, and Neutron is... I don't know if he has scouted anything so far, because he is building 2 towers at his expo on the bottom top right. Which is, of course, very helpful against... I mean, that's one of the things I've seen in Still vs. Starbuck, or have not seen. I have kind of missed it there. I think both of them made pretty significant blunders by not actually defending the expos. You could see, like, Starbuck was laming with the mirror images all the time. You always want to have a bow, at least, and against bad lame, if you can fit in some towers, it's going to be really good for you.
All right, we see that, as you said, the bottom right, the bottom right expansion of Neutron. We got the burrows as well. We creep more red spots. Oh, one bat to the creeps. Whoopsie. Both at the same supply, almost same resource numbers as well. Soin still, after playing for 7 hours, like 300 APM. The stamina is impressive.
Yeah, but I have a trouble. He doesn't have a third hero yet. Am I seeing this? Oh no, actually the TC's there. Okay,
yeah.
TC's there. Yeah, he's still got like a small amount of bases here. I mean, I think Neutron is not gonna take a fight. He's gonna try to just lame the bases. Timer has just run out, so first 2 bats are exploding, yeah?
Exactly, and level 5
Neutron is getting
immediately.
experience, yeah.
True, both have level 5 here. Heroes very even. So can Neutron's org compete with Soin's org in a mirror fight?
Yeah, I think he still has the advantage of the kind of experience about all the possible strats, and this is gonna give him the edge right now. But now we can see Soin is doing the right move. He's going for an attack here. But we can also see at the same time he's not reacting to the bad lane, or just a little bit too late. So he's losing that bow. And with that, the expansion is gonna be fully exposed.
And the bats will clean this up. On the other side, Neutron is killing that burrow, maybe? Or just on the edge. Very, very, very close. It costs a lot of repair. Well, Soin is taking care of towers first. Very stressful situation. Not often in Warcraft do you have to operate on like 4 positions at the same time.
We see a nice move here on top though, another attack. But from both sides, I mean, Neutron is defending the catapult attack.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, had the defense ready. Nice. Both players are challenging each other quite a bit.
Yeah, and it seems like Neutron is getting the edge of it. Neutron also has the spikes upgraded, which really is annoying the Blade Master. But it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, at this point, he is on 1 expansion almost only left. He's building the towers, but the bats are already in time on the bottom to take out the towers if they want to.
Exactly.
I think they should actually before they... he might just finish the base. He's just killing the base.
In the meantime, Soin portaled back, forces a reaction. No repair here, so that's 2 bases down for Soin, unfortunately. And I think he was also a base down anyway. So currently, it's 2 running bases versus 5?
Yeah, 4 to be...
4, yeah.
Accurate here, but I mean, he's got them really nicely fortified. And maybe this is kind of the key about the good thing about the war mill here that we're now seeing, because in my build I would maybe not be able, or probably not be able, to build as many towers at this time, and Neutron just prioritized the towers over the gold, and he has also, like, in his base, very good base defense.
Yeah.
I think he's almost got this game in the bag.
And he's going Spirit
Yeah,
Lodge
the bats
now?
are about to take this out.
Oh,
yeah.
damn. Neutron really overwhelming, man. He said before when he was on the cast, I'm not afraid of anybody. Maybe Sheik, but that's about it. The others are no competition to me. And so far, he backs it up on map 1.
Yeah, sadly I didn't get a chance to play him, but he can now do or show his skills against all the other players. And he is doing that. I mean, I think, yeah, Soin is stepping out.
Damn, sometimes we get like 35-minute bangers and it goes back and forth, and sometimes one player is just better prepared than the other and finds more avenues to attack, and then it can snowball really, really quickly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the game mode that we're playing here. I mean, this is game mode that relies on experience of the players mostly, and if you the more different strategies you have seen, the better you're off. I think we're gonna see, or I'm hoping actually that we're gonna be seeing in the future games more surprises by players that prepare strats, especially Sheik, but also Neutron. I think he's also a creative guy, although he doesn't practice as much, but probably he's been taking some time to do some maps and figure some things out, and also watching lots of different strats.
Yeah.
And he's not the kind of guy like me. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, it's easy for me to think of new strats, but actually then kind of performing them and also having them in a high pressure situation is more difficult for me. I think Neutron is very good at handling those situations. And he just has to kind of see the strategies and kind of just take in as much as possible and digest it.
Usually completely correct. It felt like talking to him. It felt like this tournament is really important to him. And from my experience with him, I might be wrong, I might be right, I don't know. Usually he's a bit of a loose cannon and he's going by feeling and gut. But when something is important to him, it builds up a lot of pressure in himself. We've seen this in the group stage where he lost some heroes to creeps, and it was some stressful situations when he was in tournaments in China. He also had some Ancient of War denies. You know, when the pressure is high, he's dealing not as well with it as one would expect, I think.
Yeah. I mean, this might also be, I mean, the first 11, 20, like, before the timer runs out, they're just really high kind of like, do you have all the moves in your brain? And that really kind of takes a bit of practice. But then kind of the strategic idea behind it, like, how do you battle aim, like what bases do you attack, knowing that kind of stuff, and how do you want to fortify your bases. Like, he has the basics, because even in the game where he lost his Blade Master, he pulled off the strategy after that perfectly. I mean, he immediately was, like, when the timer was ready, he had the bats ready, he just crossed the line and then kind of destroyed the opponent, although he lost the Blade Master, and I think maybe even a Headhunter or something, or he had to pull the creeps weirdly the entire time, get them on their toes so they wouldn't kill his base. And then just, you know, coming back in this, like, if you start battle aiming, I mean, it doesn't even matter as much that you lost your Blade Master, or like, it matters, of course, but the Blade Master experience is not the priority.
Yeah, true. Very good reminder. He was in a very stressful situation there, and there was also an expansion timing plus also the Shredder timing or something, and he still found a way back into that game. So he might be nervous every once in a while, but he also has a plan B prepared for when things go sideways. And now he got match points. He could go into the quarterfinal pretty much right away. This is Soin's losers pick, Monsoon. Anything particularly interesting about this?
Yeah, Monsoon, I mean, it's a heavy creep map. I think one of the things is, like, battle aim is not really as good on this map. There's some different kind of ideas. One of the things that I actually like to do on this map, I actually like to skip the Headhunters entirely, and as orc. And just by mercs, you have a close mercenary camp. And you can kind of save a lot of resources. I'm kind of curious if Neutron is copying that, and it looks like he is. Right now I'm just seeing him making peons. Of course he has also seen those games. I wonder what Soin is also doing it. Maybe it's already the meta and I've missed it, but
maybe you
right
set
now
the
they're
meta.
both. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I definitely am a huge fan of mercenary camp maps, because you can save a lot of resources and get a lot of expos up earlier, but also you'll take a lot quicker than going Headhunters, and you get your second hero out quicker. And right now I'm just... okay, that's another thing, by the way. You can also do... And this is surprising me. Soin is knowing about this too. That's really good to see. On this map, the creep camps, they have very small aggro ranges. The small green camp. So you can, on this map, on this camp, on this side, but also on the top ones, you can just boldly build an expansion there.
Is that maybe because it's made by a night elf?
Yeah, I mean, we had to already call Trunks back. I mean, there were so many things that were really night elf friendly on this map. You know, we had to kind of call him back.
Okay.
And he already, like, you know, you would... Trunks, he likes creeps. You have, like, a red camp, and it's just all, like, level 3 Morlocks or something. So you can just go in with the Demon Hunter and just kill everything in like, a few seconds. So he did kind of get better at this, you know, like, he's trying to make the maps fair, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And he's doing well. One thing that I'm confused about, actually, is Soin right now, is taking this camp instead of just creeping this, because you still have to creep it to mine. Even in there's actually like a few maps, or maybe one map, one other map, you can actually mine at night. So you can build the expansion at day and mine at night, but those guys, they will wake up and kill your peasants. That's really annoying. So you have to kill them, but he does it now.
Okay, so a little bit of different prioritization. Neutron already going further out on the map. No mention of the items just yet. There's nothing crazy but the first clause. We have this discussion over the past couple of days. How important do you think are the items that you find in this game mode? Because in one-on-one, of course, it's super important. In FFA, probably not that much, but how is it in timer?
I think it's really important. I mean, I always like to see claws on my blade, but also it depends on what kind of matchup you have. I mean, the most games I have played were against Trunks, and he is a Demon Hunter lover. And against him, you really like to have mana items, brilliance, especially. I think the items, they can definitely make a difference, and especially if you have like playing against a tanky Demon Hunter, it's difficult. And also, I just want to point out about this map right now, because I'm just really like, I didn't set the meta apparently. Actually, Neutron is grabbing mercenaries, but he's doing it over here. Actually, my build is a little bit different. In my case, what I like to do is I like to take early, get the expo as Neutron does it as well, get the mercenary camp, and then I get the second expo, and then instead of, once I'm done with the second expansion, I can TP on the other side, because I already built the expo here. And start creeping on this side, and you don't walk, you don't have the walking distance. So that's a thing, maybe we'll see it more in the future, now where I mention it on stream, but that's a strategy that I prefer. I mean, you waste the TP, but you get so much more gold early on anyways, you don't really need it.
Yeah, and in this game mode, I mean, it's only 300 gold for the TP, that should be worth it. I think I've seen it from Inspired in the group stage. That was one of the only players that I saw it from. Hey, it's actually genius, man. You got so many resources. Yeah, do it. Time is of the essence, of course. But yeah, that little example here is really cool that you mentioned this, because it shows how much planning just goes into the early game alone.
Yeah. Although I have to say, I'm not a huge fan that the aggro range is so short on those creeps, and that it is possible. It's still kind of funny, and I also kind of like it. Actually, Neutron is doing the other way around. He's now TPing back to save time, but I think it's not as efficient because you can get a lot more creeps on the left side. You can even, at the time where I am there, I can get the creep here, I can get the laboratory, and I can also start the red camp already. Which now, and also the orange, so I have all the expansions cleared up at this point. And you have seen it even on stream, the strategy. I don't know if you've paid attention, but when I played against DICE, that was a strategy that I went for. I mean, the build was pretty good, but what happened after, you know, is what happened after. That's my weakness.
I always pay attention, of course.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we saw you being pretty greedy. It seems like there's a few different philosophies between Orc players, some like you, and also to a degree Neutron, I think, and Sting as well, like to be very, very greedy with 4 or 5 bases, depending on the map. Soin seems a bit more on the conservative side.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I don't know if Soin knows all the tricks.
Yeah.
He is also like, I just realized his tech is a lot later, his third base, because he is going headhunters. He's not doing the Merc camp. I mean, that's the abuse that Neutron did actually use 2 Mercs here. And therefore has a fast attack. We do also see a change of strategy, so I think that is gonna be nice to see.
Yeah.
We
got
the Spirit
Neutron.
Lodges and the Tower Totems.
Exactly. I was expecting bats again, at least for a little bit of harass and distraction, but not the case. Straight into a fighting army.
Yeah, I mean, on this map, once again, it's not so nice to fly around with your bats. Like, there's so many creep camps. I don't know. I've heard some things have been fixed. I don't know if it was on this map in particular, but when I played bats, on some of the maps, I would just have a squad of bats, and like a few moments later, I don't even know where it was anymore. It went into some creeps, and it was just like devoured by the creeps.
Okay. Yeah, I thought because the distance between the bases is not that big, I think, and it's easy to traverse when flying. That's kind of like inviting for bat harass, but I'm also just a 1300 MMR player, so what do I know?
You know, you're right. I mean, the idea is right. Initially, I thought that too, but I did play a few bad lane games against Trunks on this map, and he would also have the expansion on the other side. And you can kind of start towering, and it's really hard to engage further into the bases for some reason. I don't know, it feels uncomfortable.
Okay.
So I don't really like it on this map anymore. But it's also not so easy to really know why that is or to explain why.
Sometimes you
Just
just
doesn't
have to,
feel like
just have to go by gut feeling and tinker with things, and it's just learning by doing, basically.
Yeah, I like actually what Neutron is doing right here. He's getting the biggest camp. We did talk about items, and this does drop the strongest item in the game, in my opinion, which is the Crown of Kings.
Yeah, perfect
And,
for Blade Master, especially with
It's
Mirror
amazing,
Image.
yeah. Very lovely item. And here we can already see the problem about the bats. I mean, first one is about to die here.
Oh, you're right. Perfect example.
And it's just like the creeps just aggro everywhere, and it's you're not gonna be able to creep them all in time. Yeah, but Neutron really getting the big value camp here in the center, but he is only on 3 bases. But now, once again with this build, Taurens and Shamans, Doctors, you wanna have strong heroes, strong items. But Soin is sticking to his strategy that he played in game 1.
Yeah, I wonder how that will work, because his tech was so late, as you mentioned, because of the headhunters. His TC is also late, and then of course no progress on the TC, while Neutron is already close to 5 on the blade. Shadowhunter levels are somewhat even, but the TC of Neutron is 1.5 levels ahead. Plus he had the time for the big red spot, really well thought out. And the Scroll of Restoration for the first fight, if we get one, is also not too shabby.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna get one. That's the bad thing. Will make it hard, but I am. Yeah, and Neutron also, he's already preparing on the top left. I mean, I think I cannot ping anymore, but on the top left expo, he is already starting to get the towers. And once you have the towers up, it's gonna be difficult. And also Neutron, he has experience against Sheik. Sheik trying the bad lane in Orc Mirror, and Sheik, honestly, I mean, he brought up some really cool ideas. That being TC first, followed by Panda in Orc Mirror. The games have been, and his creeping was terrible, but after the time ended, Sheik destroyed Neutron a few times with this setup. However, Neutron also did kind of learn from this, and now having somebody. Yeah, I don't want to say worse. I mean, Soin, of course, is a great 1v1 player, but less experience in the time mode. Having him play the bad lane will probably be less efficient than what Sheik would have done.
Yeah. And I wonder what you think about this. Like, Neutron, in his bracket, the toughest opponent, probably Starbuck is among them. And in the entire tournament, probably Sheik, right? So he knows he has to play a few orc mirrors. So maybe he's holding the best ideas back.
Yeah, maybe. But also, he does have dice in his bracket. And I know Neutron said a lot of times he is not really scared of playing against an elf. He also has said it's pretty much unlosable if you're a prepared orc losing against elf. When I played against dice, I mean, it felt different to me.
Okay.
And I mean, maybe he's more like he definitely is a stronger player than me, Neutron. That is, but yet I don't agree with all of the things he says, and I think Dice, he is kind of a different caliber, and also he's improving from game to game a lot, and I think that makes him pretty scary also in his bracket. So I'm really curious. I mean, first of all, Dice has to beat EV, but there could also be a matchup that could happen.
Yeah, it's really cool that between group stage and playoffs, everybody knew their opponents for quite some time and had like half a week, maybe a week to come up with some new stuff. Oftentimes in the one-on-one tournaments, there's one game after the next and you don't really have time, so you go with the meta and then it's all about mechanics, which is cool to see as well, but I always like a little bit of brain when I watch Warcraft.
Yeah, for sure. And now I'm a little bit surprised that Neutron is just pumping those towers in high upkeep. Because he is gonna
A player's forces are under attack.
face some bats. I mean, the bats are trying to break the base on the top left now, but it's gonna be tough. 2 towers and a bow is a tough one to break. And they're also meeting in the center, but I think Soin is just gonna run away as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I wonder if that's possible because the endurance aura is... Okay, there's a speed scroll. All right. There's Bloodluster as well. Both are not keen on fighting, just going straight for the bases. One base wiped out, then we got an attack another. So Soin, so far so good.
Yeah, he killed the base. I mean, he did break the towers on the top left, which is really important. And now he is already with bats in the main. And bats are good at base killing. If Neutron doesn't kill the main right now, and he might be heading just for the bases here. You don't really want to waste your time on anything else. It's really about just killing the base and TPing back. But he already lost 2 bases, and he's not gonna be in time.
Ooh, double.
Killing the shredders, but what does that mean?
Yeah, that he might
It's
lack
freeing up
some
supply.
lumber. Exactly. There is an attack left-hand side with a Bloodlusted Torrent, so one base at least stopped. That was fine. The expansion
Yeah,
also...
the reinforced
barely
is too late, but now Neutron is being forced back, and that is what you want as the bad laner. And really, any player, you really want to force them back. So now his main is safe, and he's up 2 bases.
Oh, and still so many bats on the left-hand
No,
side.
about 3 bases.
This expansion is also gonna fall. Damn. So
Yeah,
with a
this is
strong
looking good.
comeback.
And I'm really confused about Neutron not making any bats. I mean, I don't know if he didn't scout it. He did build towers on one expo. He didn't build any other towers on other expos. But seeing Soin play bats in the first game, why shouldn't he do it in the second game?
The town is under siege.
Now, the Torrents are taking care of the expos here right now, so they're not mining. This is pretty unfortunate for Soin, but still, like, there's not really an answer to Soin's bats.
Exactly.
But he
and
definitely has to deal with the Torrents, and he has to do it quickly.
the bases are at least still up for Soin. For Neutron, they're almost all gone. He has to resort to like tiny great halls now. Blade Master has to defend, so the momentum clearly with Soin, and it shouldn't take too much time to clean up the 2 Tauren.
Yeah, it's just really far away. I mean, you don't really want to walk all the way over there. And one way of at least not making it destroy your base is get spikes, but he didn't even invest into spikes. That is probably a little bit
A player's forces
him being overwhelmed here with the macro at the start.
It is very stressful indeed. So
Or maybe not knowing. I don't know if spikes are like used. I think they're not used in many matchups in 1v1.
No, probably never. But he did build them today, so he knows about the hotkey at least. He played it versus like Ghoul Harass and stuff, but maybe didn't expect Tauren.
Town is under
And he's getting the third armor upgrade. I really dislike that on the bats. Like they're the priorities he cancelled. No, he got the fortified, but he doesn't have the spikes, and I think it's the wrong priority. But now he's gonna go into the main, and he might just focus the main building here,
Ooh, again.
just to get this. And he is doing it right then.
Oh damn! Yeah, it works. Man, all that siege damage with the 3 attack upgrades. It costs a couple of bats, of course, but Neutron, no tech, no income either. I don't know if he stands a chance anymore.
under siege.
And now he's killing the Tauren as well, which is important. Neutron has enough Taurens to still split them out. Yeah, and he has to start pumping bats. He's doing that now, but what are you gonna pump with no base?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of. So you can't really trade your bats. If you trade your bats, you're just lost too. I mean, bats always prefer the player that has more income.
Correct, as they are rather expensive in the long run. Mamma mia, Neutron in trouble. This didn't look like it on game 1. He has like one desperate push, as he is the better fighter, but then the bats just take out his main.
Yeah, Soin is looking to do exactly what you just said, take out the main. Neutron already preemptively cancelled his base. But it's not gonna help. I mean, Soin is doing a great job. He's even scouting at this side, just to kind of see what's going on. He's seeing nothing. So he can trade bases here. He will be much quicker to trade the bases. And there's no TP possibility, even if there was a TP.
Yeah.
There's nothing to TP to. I mean, there is a TP actually on the Shadowhunter, but there's nothing to TP to.
There is a P, but there is no T.
There's a P, yeah. Okay, he's staffing home, but the staff is not gonna... I mean, one Blade Master is not gonna be enough, although the Blade Master... Wait, what happened to the crown? Did he sell it?
Yeah, I think so. He sold a lot. For the tiny, I guess, for some economy. But yeah, if you go into a one-on-one with Soin, and Soin also has a Blade Master, that is a tough fight. Even happy had to concede today twice.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, it was a 4-2 still, but Soin played
He's losing all his bats. He's not paying attention. He's losing all the bats to the bows.
Oh, okay, that's expensive. He's still got some gold mines, but not the main anymore. Wait, is Neutron turning this around? The Tauren on the left-hand side also took out a base.
Okay, now we are really at the point. What do we have in terms of peons on the map? Actually, do you have a peon counter here?
Yes,
for Neutron?
we got 15 for Neutron, 14 for Soin.
Yeah, 15 for Neutron, but where are they? They're all in the bows, aren't they?
I think so. Yep, Shadowhunter is down. Yeah, I
the
don't.
Shadowhunter die.
To the Blade Master.
Oh, he went home?
I guess, yeah.
Interesting. And the Blade Master about to fall too. Now at this point, Soin could just walk back and fight. If he kills the Blade, after he kills the Blade Master, of course.
A player's forces
Is he gonna get a... He doesn't have money for that.
Mirror
He
image.
doesn't... Okay, the Blade Master is... Now is dead, okay.
Okay, that is a double kill, and Soin after struggling a little bit in the later stages here, but should take this home now. Yeah, I was expecting from Neutron also some evacuated peons, some building hiding like classic FFA, but he's revealed there's nothing on the map. He's not
Yeah,
hiding.
some guys trying to run, but that's not gonna be sufficient at this point. Although, don't blunder your TC, please. Soin. No, I think he's got this. Okay, he's watching. He's not a scrub like me. He wouldn't lose his TC like this. But okay, Neutron is trying to save the peons now and kill the Shadowhunter. So be a little bit careful here for Soin, and you will still win this game. He is of course running. He is looking, but the Shaman might get a perch out here. The Witch Doctor is blocking the perch.
Endurance.
He's gonna get it though.
Yeah, Purge, here we go. We have more Purge, we have a Stomp. We do. So far, no follow-up.
Yeah, but this might be the last building here. Oh, actually,
Oh!
yeah.
It is?
It is the last building.
Damn, the peons didn't build anything as he was busy microing there. Soin takes the map off of Neutron, and I don't think many people expected this here in the round of 16.
Yeah, definitely not after game one. Game one was really smooth, prepared nicely. Bad lane versus bad lane, but just better pulled off by Neutron. This, however, was him kind of Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really scouted it because there's actually, in my opinion, no reason to go like mass torrents. I mean, you can make one torrent if you want to, but essentially, like there's some easy ways to defend bad lanes in Orc Mirror, in my opinion. And I don't feel like Neutron has figured those out as well, especially after, I mean, he has lost against Sheik a few times. I feel like he still hasn't really figured out maybe the perfect counter to this threat.
Since it's Neutron, it could also be that like he's a little bit of a showman as well. Maybe he didn't want to play bats twice in a row and wanted to flex a little bit and, you know, take the honorable fight against the one-on-one player. Maybe a bit of overconfidence as well after game one. Or maybe he doesn't like the map that much. I don't know. We might ask him after the game, but Soin, again, mad respect to Soin. This guy is grinding now for, I think, 7.5 hours, just competition after competition. And he's still taking maps. And it's also like 4 a.m. in Korea, roundabout. So, mad respect for that endurance.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Zone. That is actually really impressive. I mean, like after I play a timer game against Trunks, it's like I have to go to sleep and see, you know, play next day again. I mean, these games are also really tiring against him. You know, you just want to get like a demon hunter running around and mana burning you the entire time. It's not so pleasant. But yeah, Soin pulling off a show here. I mean, this is incredible stuff. Winning against Happy and now the bigger challenge, even playing against Neutron here.
We go to Furberg Hills. Someone also says, so tired, 17 tournament sets today because you're so good today. Yeah, but it must be noticeable. It is exhausting. I mean, it's not literally a marathon. Of course, you're sitting in your chair and people will probably until the end of time ridicule it, but the mental drain is crazy. The drain on your hands is crazy. This is not easy at all. So yeah, again, mad respect. And now we'll see what Neutron has prepared on his losers map.
Yeah, to be honest, the marathon is nothing in comparison to what Zone has been pulling off here. I mean, you just run around a little bit and then usually you just get a big meal and lay in bed or something.
Exactly.
That's what a marathon is.
You don't have to think. You just put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. I mean, actually, like the mental drainage is really like tiring. It makes the competitive Warcraft like also kind of special. I mean, you have to always be on point and be mentally stable and like on the go. I mean, it has to be all cleared up. And playing for such a long time and those different modes and those strong opponents that all want you to lose, it's tough. You know, it's tough.
Yeah, I think there's been some studies how many calories you lose at a chess match because of the mental drain. And that's already impressive. But that's like turn-based. And Warcraft is in real time. I don't know if we have any studies of like StarCraft players or something, but must be similar.
Yeah, I was told that as being a chess player, which I am, that it is pretty draining. And I mean, I also felt it myself.
The chess
a lot
diet.
of the times.
Let's go. So
yeah, the chess diet. I mean, I actually like no joke. Like I was actually when I went back in the day when I was on many chess tournaments and I came back, I did actually lose a few pounds every time. Crazy. It's like so draining and it's like the adrenaline is so high and you have those games that just one single game can last 5 to 6 hours.
Oh my god.
And yeah, that would happen to me actually. But now let's get into this game here.
Yes, sir. We got Furberg Hills. Once again, is there anything characteristic about this map you want to share?
Yeah, it's another map by the pro map maker Trunk Z. And we can already see the first node here is the expo possibility. And on this map, yeah, you can instant expo. And I don't know if someone knows it as well, because he did know it on Monsoon that you can do it. But of course, like, has he really prepared every map? Probably not. I mean, even for me, like, Furberg Hills was one of the maps that I didn't really want to prepare. Like, it's it's a little bit of a hustle to kind of get into this one.
Yeah, I don't
so-
think we have seen it that often either. So many people might think like you do.
Yeah, and what is special, like, I mean, the aggro range on the creeps is really weird here. I mean, especially on not only on this orange camp, so you can do it on these two, of course, but also here you can also build an expo. And the funny thing is, and I've tried that, you can literally mine on all those bases without creeping anything. So you could just fast tag and get the bases, and then when the first night ends, you can start creeping everything.
Sick.
And you can just like the funny thing. What you can also do is you can just start mining the night, and if you don't wanna or you don't have the time to creep it, you can just when the day starts pull off the peasants and just let them mine some lumber until night happens again. And yeah, that is kind of a weird thing on this map. So it does have many possibilities, like many fast tag variations, and yeah. However, there is a downside though. I actually don't really love getting all those bases and just mine them, just because the blade master experience is lacking a lot when you do it. I wasn't able to actually get the levels on this map, so I don't dislike Soin's build here. He's getting just the standard kind of orc build. It's a solid build. He can buy the shredder next, and we can see here Neutron is mining. The creeps don't mine him at all. And actually, this is the build that I've tried. I mean, he's also setting up the expo here, so he can do the same thing. He's getting the mercenaries again. But on this map, in comparison to Monsoon, the creeps are so difficult. And I'm curious to see if he's gonna be able to creep the mercenary camps, the labs, of course. Sorry, that is, because yeah, those creeps are pretty tough, and just with the berserker and the blade master, it's not that easy.
Yeah, Soin has some reinforcements here with his headhunters. He's also struggling a little bit. Furberg's strong on Furberg Hill on their home turf. 5 minutes, that's shredder timing, where we approach the lab soon, I guess.
Yeah, let's see how Neutron does it. I mean, Soin has already grabbed it, and the peon is ready to pick up the shredder for him, and Neutron is pulling the camp. I guess you can just pull it, and you don't have to creep it necessarily if you don't want to. But I guess he is using the shredder to creep it. He is gonna have less lumber than the thing that he did prioritize on Greenville Woods. He's not prioritizing here, so he does use the shredder for creeping. But yeah, I'm missing Soin's second expo here. I don't like the borrow so early, but he is sending out a peon now, and he will be able to get the expo up.
All right, so little lower in gold is Soin. Tech-wise, Neutron is ahead. Gold-wise, Neutron is ahead. Level-wise is, of course, Soin. The inventory is also a little better for Soin. Trunks in the chat, how you like my maps? You got some very interesting ideas, my dude. Very nice.
Yeah, he is creative. And he also, I mean, just kind of putting in the work, of course, is admirable. And yeah, it's always nice to see this. And also, like, I feel like some of these maps they have established. I mean, I've seen this map quite a few times now, and I also do like the monsoon that we just saw in last game. So, yeah, and one thing that I think funny about right now, Neutron is actively not taking those camps. Like, he's still just mining from it. But yeah, and now you can pick up the shredder on this side, which is nice, the second shredder, so he will catch up on lumber, and he can just mine it lumber over here.
I like how in one-on-one we try to make things a little easier for people, like the creep camp indicator, which item has the loot and what's the loot, and you guys in FFA are like, how many tricky things that nobody can ever read up on can we put on a map?
Yeah. Okay, but now you can see the problem. So he's pulling back the peasants. Now it's just turning day here, and the creeps, they just don't like seeing those peons mining their base, and he is TPing back. But this is a waste. He should have, in my opinion, he had the chance to take this creep camp earlier. It's not that difficult of a camp to take. And he didn't clear this expo, for example, which could be nice to have.
Yeah, we learned in the first week that ideally you want all gold mines opened up when the timer runs out, because afterwards it's a lot of fighting and a lot of base attacking and you have to respond and there's no time for creeping at all anymore. Plus you might need some items and invo potions, etc. So, but on the other side, for Soin it's the same, right? He completely ignored the right hand side for now.
Yeah, I mean, once again, he's not as familiar with the map. I'm pretty sure about that. He also has, yeah, I don't really love the build. He has the Bait Master level 5 already. That's a, he probably teched late again with the Headhunter build.
Yeah, he did.
But then again, like, did he really have to take that late? Maybe not, because you shouldn't be ending up with 5-2. Like 5-3 is reasonable, but 5-2 is not. On the other hand, he is seemingly playing bats again. He's just liking the lame strategies here. He's got the double shredder. He's got 2 bases. Yeah, so it's not gonna be critical for him to have like this extra DC or Shadowhunter level later on.
True.
And he is actually solo creeping, but it takes some time. I'm hoping that he is going to also clear up the expos and maybe get just another base up.
Okay, he still has 2 minutes, and then there's action. We see by Neutron, we went for casters again earlier than in game 1, but yeah, it's also a Torrent totem, but very early beasteries as well.
Yeah, he's gonna prioritize the bats now. He's already getting the liquid fire, and he's gonna just have pretty much an improved version. I think that is kind of the best answer to bat lane for an orc, is to just get some casters, because you're always gonna win any fight if you just have some shamans on top. And bats hard counter bats, so at least if you're defensive and you just kind of want to hold the main, hold the base, and have like maybe a tower or 2, and he knows that bats are gonna come now. I mean, he's not gonna miss that. He also has his levels really nicely distributed on the heroes. I like that too. Yeah, but he is gonna be able to fight us very well, I think, if he is pushing the bats. And I think the TC for Soin, he didn't bring a base here. I'm a little bit sad to see that, but he doesn't have the resources. He did break very early.
That's true. We have 45 seconds before the timer runs out. Neutron spent the entire time in no upkeep, getting full economy, 2,000 gold bank, nice to have. Now starts production. Soin broke a little earlier with headhunters, now bats as well, to be able to creep a lot and then to attack as well. Pretty broke also on fewer bases. This will not go well in the long run.
Yeah, another thing that I also see now, Neutron is adapting here well. I mean, on the other map, on Monsoon, he just had 2 towers on his expos. Now he's got 4. He has 3, or he will have 3. He already is defending the main. I think this is gonna be quite tough for Soin.
Yeah.
But Soin, on the other hand, he is not immediately pushing. He is creeping. He's getting some decent hero levels. So he's on 5-4-2 versus 4-3-2. So his hero levels are better. His towers are a little bit too late, but at least he has the fortified.
The items are also
he loses
better.
The first shredder, yeah. That's
that
a little bit
hurts.
annoying, but although he does have enough lumber.
So the bats are coming into Neutron's base. Bats versus bats, as you say. Who bats better? Looking solid so far. 2 extra bats, but those are not enough to fly into a base with towers.
Yeah, he is pushing now to the top base. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if he maybe should have or could have defended. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say for me if he should have defended. He is attacking now. I mean, it's gonna be hard to take down this base with 5 towers and a bow.
Will definitely take some
And a
time.
shredder.
That is free damage for Neutron with Bloodlust. Nice against bases for sure. Soin has another base coming up on the right-hand side. Feels a little bit like survival mode already.
And he's just gathering. I mean, I like this actually. He's gathering some experience while Neutron isn't looking on his bats. But now the bats are safe. He has to kind of fly around if he wants to kill the bats. And he does take out the towers there. But he is, yeah, I mean, they trade 1-for-1 base. Soin is getting another one. He has more space on the bottom. Like, there's an extra creep camp. Okay, but now, Neutron did defend.
And Soin's expansion left-hand side is gone. So, still economy advantage for Neutron. 70 food as well, pooling more and more bats. Upgrades. Oh, not too many attack upgrades for Neutron, actually. So, his bat attacks are definitely a little weaker, but it's just the pure mass that's overtowering Soin right now.
Yes, still anything is, I mean, what do we have? 74 supply. Where's all the supply? It's the bats that are in production here.
Yeah.
So, okay, now we're just fighting kind of Hue Arena with some bats and some casters here. Who's gonna win this one? But the Shadowhunter is really low, but gets away with the speed squad.
Yeah, I mean,
TC though, TC is not gonna survive this.
This should be Soin's territory, right? I mean, he's the better one-on-one player. He had an amazing day with exactly that hero combo. Blade Master chasing. It's not even Neutron's main base, but
Oh, wow.
still 6 safe on the TC.
Yeah, the evasion just saved him here. But Neutron was forced into a TP with the Shadowhunter, so that TC, like, he cannot hide anymore. He's gonna fall. And Neutron is TPing back. I think that's a weird decision here. I mean, he wants to trade some bats, but yeah, this is kind of, I mean, bats versus bats. I kind of hate it. I mean, it's because the weird thing is I always miss the batting. Like, I always miss the explosions. And yeah, then I'm kind of frustrated because the opponent gets all the XP. But this seemed kind of equal. Although, like, Shadowhunter for Soin level 5 is amazing to have that early.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
Neutron is very far away from that. He just is level 4.
Needs an
So the
entire
Hue
level.
Arena will be really nice for Soin.
Yeah, and the claws are great. The mana for the Shadowhunter is amazing. The tankiness on the TC is fantastic. Soin is pushing into the main. Lower supply, better heroes. And another base coming up. Well, one more in the bottom right is mining. Soin feels like he has a chance.
Yeah, I mean, this game is definitely still competitive, and I just crashed the game here.
All right, I'm
Which
gonna
is a little bit annoying.
stream to Discord. Wait, I'm waiting for a TP here as Soin is disengaging. Now I'm gonna set up a feed for you. In-game scene. Let's go. Call video. There we go. You're relying on my camera, but there's, I think, worse things in the world.
Yeah, maybe that's worse. Wait, why am I still seeing my screen as well, or my thingy there as well? Can I turn it somehow off? Like, I'm seeing this kind of a split screen here.
You can double click on my camera video.
Ah, yeah, got it. Ah, gotcha. Got it.
There we
okay.
go.
There we go.
Okay, so 60 food Soin once again going more and more bats. Neutron again trying with Tauren.
Yeah, I don't know, Tauren. I mean, doesn't really convince me at this point. He is, however, taking out the base, and I don't know what Soin is doing in the meanwhile. Is he accomplishing anything
Not really.
with his army, or was he forced into a GP maybe? Because he did pull back, and he's not defending on the bottom, which is surprising to me with the level 5 Shadowhunter. I guess the casters are just stronger than the pure heroes,
True.
but he is counterattacking now on the top, so
It's really good to have these witch doctors for healing when you're attacking. That's something Soin is lacking entirely. Like no caster units at all with Bloodlust, super fast as well. And yeah, 2 bases down so far. Soin wasn't able to get one, but will eventually.
yeah, I also would have liked to see him get some mana potions, but not mana potion, but clarity. Because the Shadowhunter, if he were to defend, I mean, that would be nice. But yeah, now we're trading. Okay, Neutron is TPing back here. He doesn't really think he can accomplish anything, and I think he's getting bases in the meantime on the top, in the bottom right.
Oh yeah.
Where he killed some bases. So that is, of course, yeah, kind of sneaky. I don't know if Soin is going to realize this. I feel like Neutron is having the edge right now in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, surely the momentum economically. There's only one sector currently. Soin is falling behind in supply as well. Neutral at the same time catching up a little bit in experience. Do you think like Blade Storm attacks matter in this kind of game? Because Soin is kind of close to ultimates.
It could matter. Yeah, it could matter in a small fight if you just get a good Blade Storm on the casters. That would be one way to use it. Using it on a base can also be nice. I mean, if you have like a lot of towers there and you just kind of crush them. But Soin is actually scouting the bottom white, and he is clearing the top white with his heroes. So that's progress. I mean, he is definitely has a good awareness here that it is possible to grab sneaky expos on the other side of the map. He's not getting fooled by Neutron here.
Yeah, he got his eyes everywhere. That's cool. Even despite not having witch doctors, even more impressive. Neutron coming back, willing to hold. So is he feeling the fight here against Bloodluster Tauren? We'll see about that. Hex immediately, but counter Hex to stop the Storm. TP away now. I don't think there's enough damage with another good defensive Storm. And without big losses, Soin is evacuating. Plus, taking out another tower. Couple of costs on the bats. Supply is even, though.
Yeah, supply is even, and that means, I mean, Neutron kind of focusing really on a fighting army. It's of course nice to fight. Oh, the bats! The bats on the top and the bottom. Okay, he did realize it. I mean, mine would have been dead if it was mine. But, he did save them, and that is, I mean, I guess one of the advantages of being a solo pro. You will realize those things earlier.
This kind of looked like he was hoping that the creeps have no anti-air attack. But then half of them had, and he had to respond.
Yeah, but even if they would just run, they would still it would take an eternity to kill them. So
True.
It's just bats after all. They're not really fighting units, and I mean, yeah. Now we see a fight here: bats versus ground army. I mean, I don't think you should take the fight as the bad guy.
Yeah, he should get rid of that heal ward. That is running through a long time.
Yeah, it's out healing the bat attack, and it's hurting to see right now, losing all those bats for nothing.
Little bit of missed focus fire. Surround on the TC. Oh, he used the potion before. His big heal potion is on cooldown. Chase is on. In the meantime, we still have mirror image attacks against peons. Nice awareness.
Yeah, at the same time, and Neutron didn't react early enough because you don't have to lose any peon, or maybe one if images come in and you have a bow there. But that's like kind of the hard thing, to just kind of react to everything that happens on the map. And yeah, maybe he could have taken the fight there if the Bait Master was level 6, but without it, it's tough. And now actually the towers are really poorly positioned on the top. So the bats are just taking it out for free. And we are on equal basis, if I'm seeing this correctly, although Neutron is attacking.
There are a couple of towers. Soin has some time. Soin also has a TP if he wants to defend. Here, only towers are getting attacked. This base has been wiped out. Left-hand side has been wiped out. Main gets killed with the Blade Storm. Oh, Soin. This is big economical damage. The right-hand side still stands, but only for a little. Left-hand side will be taken out at some point. Still holding, though.
And Neutron has no base. I mean, Neutron has only his main.
Oh, yeah. He's not even mining there.
He's not mining there because he's now building bows for some reason. Actually, he has 1.5k gold, so he has a little bit of a bank, but is it gonna be enough? Also, like, sending back the Bait Master there against this triple hero.
Neutron in the ropes.
Risky business.
Yeah.
That is risky business. The Blade Master. Okay, he has an Invo potion. But like, what is your plan? I mean, okay. I don't know if I like this TP, to be honest. But he is forcing a TP, so it's fine. Yeah, I guess the Blade Master is just kind of carrying this fight. He gets some kills there, and Neutron is relying on his 1.5k bank, but what are you gonna do with it? Like, do you really wanna get more ground army, or do you wanna invest maybe into bats? Either one. Like, if you have bats, we already kind of discovered that you wanna be having more resources than your opponent. He gets a tiny first.
Yeah, it feels like a missed opportunity by Soin. Maybe not the presence of mind anymore after like 8 hours. If he kills the shop, no tiny, then Neutron is stuck on like whatever, 1,000 gold for a long time. But okay, not everything is functioning perfectly anymore at 4:30 a.m. Korea times. Even more impressive, heroes still very good. Bladestorm attacks can hit at any time. Same for the bats.
Yeah, and something was going on the left. I think the bats, they saw the army or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're attacking each other again. And yeah, that's freshly tiny that he put down there. But on the other hand, the bats, I guess, will take out the upper tiny. The Blade Master is gonna try to defend this. But that means also that that Soin could defend. Now Soin is walking a huge distance here, not realizing that there's no base. Of course, he doesn't have doctors, while Neutron does have the presence of doctors and witch wards everywhere on this map.
Yep, exactly.
It's gonna help in finding this.
Yeah, so basically Soin is eliminating some proxy buildings. If we go full base raise, that will help for sure. But yeah, we're not there yet. Still big bases. Neutron mining again, then we're on even bases.
Oh yeah, there are also some bats down there. Of course, it can happen quickly. But he just realizes it. He checks out all the things. He sees the torrent. Maybe he can even take out the torrent with the bats. Although it's not. Yeah, it's nice to eliminate it just to be able to get a base up again if you want one. He also has spikes now. I think his natural expo is very well fortified. It's got many towers. I think he will not be able to crack it with that army right there, especially not if Soin wants to defend. Yeah, but now we see the attack here.
And on the other
Where's
side,
the Blade Master?
there's no fortification. That's the question. Blade Master is here. The other Blade Master
Blade
not too
Storm.
sure.
Oh,
Blade
Blade Storm.
Storm big.
This is huge.
Lots of damage. Storm
Where's
on top
the
as
Blade
well.
Master?
I don't know. I know that the TC is gonna be dead.
He's gonna lose everything without the Blade Master.
Oh, heal potion TC alive. Blade is in. Blade is in.
Okay, but the blade is now nuked.
Invo
Oh,
potion.
the storm misses though.
Oh.
The storm misses. It was a nice not just an invo potion dodge, but it was also mirror image storm dodge.
Purge, heal wave, okay. And it's only headhunters and bats. Like, this is not a great fighting army outside the heroes for Soin. Neutron stays alive.
Wow, that could have gone really bad there. Neutron saves the day here for now, but yet he doesn't have any presence anymore on the map. He has the weaker heroes. He lost some casters again. But they're both on two bases. Soin could try to attempt this base to kill it, and he's getting another one, yeah. But he could also try to attempt killing Neutron's Nashville. It's already very hurt. But he didn't go for it. And I think that gives... They're both on 50 now. They can both get a little bit of mining. I mean, that's of course the typical FFA thing. And Soin has the presence of mind here to actually also hoard some money.
Exactly, and
As they say in FFA.
spend it on items and let the no upkeep make you rich. Maybe Soin is waiting for the next Blade Storm to knock out the base. That would be an easy way of doing it. Neutron again, taking the fight now. Blade Storm not ready for 15 seconds, but then it might take out the casters. Rah, 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 everywhere. Crazy fight, of course, and Soin doesn't like this position here at all with the hero under attack. How many crits? None. And
Oh, but
everything
he
is
nicely pulled off the bats out of range, so they're gonna do the counter attack.
Ooh.
And the base is about to die, and I don't know if how much gold is in the main still left. I mean, it can't be that much. 1.9k, so...
Yeah.
Okay, Neutron is doing everything to defend it. He's TPing back here with the entire army, but that was still a good play by Soin. Even losing 2 bats here, I think. At this point, the TPs are very expensive, and buying time for his bottom bases is gonna be amazing.
Exactly.
He even has a tiny in his inventory.
He gets
Oh, this
3
is looking
bases
really
up.
bad.
Shredder
looking really
down.
bad.
Like, so, Neutron knows about all this. There's a ward here. There's a ward here. There's a ward here. So he must be feeling the pressure right now with an army that's not really ready to fight and knock down the bases.
Yeah, I mean, the army, like, it's decent for fighting, but how do you move there? I mean, this is the longest distance where Soin is just getting 2 bases, one with a tiny and the other one. And running this entire distance is gonna be very difficult, but he has to do it. If he waits in his base, he's going to lose the game, and I think he focused too much on ground on the Taurens again to be able to fight, but he isn't even he can't even take a fight here without the Blade Master. Okay, but he is stepping back, so but now again, any second that you're fighting now is a second that you're not clearing a base.
Exactly.
And yeah, does Soin have a TP? He doesn't have a TP, so that might cost him the TC. He should just leave it though. I mean, he's not gonna be able to save it. He should get a TP somewhere. He does have the resources as well. The bats are being annoying again in the base. Are they gonna force a TP or is he able to run? He's running back with the Blade Master. Yeah, the Blade Master will be enough to take out 5 bats very quickly.
Man, what a
But once
strategic game. It's so, like, if this is a group stage game, like winner bracket, you could say, okay, then you advance via lower bracket, but there is no lower bracket here in the playoffs. It's do or die, and it's this map that decides if you stay alive in the tournament or not.
Yeah, no lower bracket is rough. And now finally we see Neutron attacking on the bottom right, which he has to do. He has to take out those bases. He did grab another one. Like, I mean, we're having a game here. We're having a game.
Yeah. And Soin again has no TP, can't respond, so losing the second base might be possible as well if the Blade Master's helping. Left-hand side is still alive. We do have a Blade Storm up again, and that might ruin the towers on the left-hand side for Neutron, where he built a base. Yep.
Yeah, he shouldn't have wasted the Blade Storm, I feel like, for this. I mean, the towers were still in construction. But okay, he's killing the base, so it's not a waste. I guess he doesn't have the TC, so he cannot fight anyways. And killing the base with 2 heroes would be fine, but he doesn't get it, yeah.
Rest of the army is coming.
That means he does have one very secure base on the bottom, and going all the way down there is gonna be tough. But he also shouldn't overcommit on the towers. You need the resources for bats and the TC and TPs especially.
Yeah, it's
Because
only... Oh, sorry.
He's living on the edge right now, sorry.
That's right. Close to 50. Both are... Neutron is actually kind of rich. The main bases expire in half a minute. Soin's base is already gone. TC back in 10. And Neutron is really annoying on that left-hand side. Constantly creating threads. But yeah, this is Fort Knox right here.
The creeps! What is going on the bottom?
Oh! You gotta respect the Furberg Ursa warrior with Redo.
I was told that those have a weird range, and there was actually a time where you would build, like, I guess a town hall or something. I never tested it, but it would just attack it. I guess he built a tower too far forward there, but it's not that...
What the hell? It's half a screen.
Yeah, it's and you're like on what zoom? I mean, this is
2000
okay now.
something.
Yeah, now we're seeing an attack here. What are the bats doing in the meantime? Soin doesn't want to defend here. Yeah, this is interesting now. What happens here? I don't know.
Me neither.
He's got towers everywhere. He needs to force the TP again. Losing some buildings in your main is not going to be the end of the world, as long as you don't lose everything. Really what's important is you need to be able to build bats and bases. He's sacrificing his bats though for the towers and realizes it now, but it's going to cost him another bat most likely.
Ooh, there were quite some losses. Bats not the cheapest unit in the game. Town portal forced though, so there is a little bit of safety. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right hand side is coming up once again. Everybody
this is
up.
Neutron has a 2.6k here gold as a backup, which is somewhat yeah, I don't know how he built that up, but I think Soin could have committed to some bases maybe a little bit more instead of focusing on fights and units earlier on at least. Now it's gonna be tough with only 2 bats.
That poor soul playing for 8 hours and now it's a 30-minute game. Only Hero Arena on So inside with one Headhunter going for the Blade Storm here. He can't be hexed, he can't be stormed, but the heal wave is ready on the other side. Shadowhunter in trouble, waiting for the TP. It will be a forced TP. He can't really stay in that fight against Bloodlust, I think. Hex coming in, a couple of crits maybe. Need time for the TP. He has the time.
Oh, he just pulls off the TP. Whoa. That was a close one. That was a close one. He is
No
getting
mistake,
towers again. I mean, really what's important is having more income than your opponent on this map.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get those bases up. I think, yeah, he just invested a lot in those towers.
Natural by Soin is
empty.
down.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, and because he killed the natural of Neutron, it still has some gold left, but it's not that much too. But he still has the 3k, and he's going to have to cancel all those towers. And the base on top of it. So that's painful for him.
Oh man, slow and steady demise, it looks like. This Expo
And is he gonna pull off a Blade Master on the bottom?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
he
he's
is!
doing-
So much damage! Such a perfect ultimate against these fortified bases.
Yeah, he is keeping home though, he's not gonna commit. And I am not sure if that was the right call because... Okay, if he kills
SH?
the Shadowhunter, it is the good call.
Oh, and Soin has to tap out. Man, Neutron struggling, bleeding, but carrying himself over the finish line just barely. Man, would have loved to see Soin rewarding himself for this marathon here that he pulled off today, but maybe a bit too tired, maybe a little bit too worn out, maybe Neutron just better and more experienced in these crazy situations, but really cool to see Soin step up his game this much from game 1 in the group stage and bringing Neutron to game 3 and then to 35 minutes as well. Mad respect.
Yeah, incredible games here by Soin and by Neutron. I mean, I wasn't sure like this series could have gone in Neutron's favor very early, and after game 1 it looked like we're getting a quick series here and some easy games for Neutron, maybe some warm-up for the rest of the tournament, but it is still a warm-up and they're gonna be more harder opponents possibly to fight later on. But yet this was a very close series and could have gone the other way. I mean, that was... Yeah. That was some luck maybe even involved for Neutron, and maybe the better, as you said, state of mind there at any point by being fresh for those games. Not having played the entire day here definitely helps.
All right, this is the bracket. In Neutron's bracket, next opponent would be Lucy or Trunks. I think Lucy played well. Except, like, I didn't expect him to do that well, and Trunks, coming from the lower bracket, definitely a threat when he prepared the entire week with you.
Yeah, not just with me. I mean, also, of course, with DV, who is, a very solid unnet player. And seeing this game, I mean, I feel like Trunks got this in his bag. But I'm not going to be too surprised if he does lose a map, maybe because just because the solo players, they seem to be doing better than expected, even if they don't have the on point builds. But yeah, Trunks is the kind of guy. I mean, he's practiced a lot and he's got his strategies, which Lucifer won't know. So I think he might be, getting in some rough territory and learning, or he will see how it feels to play against a demon hunter, always being out of mana yourself. So it's gonna be a tough time for Lucy, I think.
All right, we hear from the man himself. I'm gonna call the other group. I think you have to pick up then the group call. As Neutron, of course, always happy to talk to us. GG's, man, closer than expected.
Fuck my life. What was that?
Didn't expect this Soin being so strong. Yeah?
After first game, when I just burned him down in like 13 minutes, I was like, oh, easy peasy. So at the second map, I forgot to scout what he's doing. I thought, never mind what he's doing. I will just come and kill him. And I crept, everything good, everything perfect, build orders are nice, and then I see so many bets, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I need to defend." And then I got a little overwhelmed, and instead of like TP home and defend everything with towers and then go again or something like this, I was just died. It was close though in the end, but I stuffed one hero by another. I should have just bought 3 stuffs and defend. Would be nice.
So that means that you were not expecting the bats on game 2. I mean, Soin has played it on map 1 too. I mean, Monsoon isn't as good of a map for the Badlam, I guess, because the bases are all very close to each other and easy to defend. But
Look,
did you not
usually-
scout or?
When I go to bet lane, I don't scout because it doesn't matter what he has. So I just if
Yeah,
he,
of
he
course,
bet- yeah. But on second game, I found this 3 pocket scans, and I scanned expos only. For some reason, I just forgot that I need to scout his home. I was like overwhelmed by emotions and everything. I was preparing for this game today like 8 hours. So while Soin was playing against everyone, top world players, I was playing against myself against the computer. So and I thought I figured out everything. Build orders are perfect, and then I died, and I was like, okay, never mind. At Fullbog, I have crazy preparation. It's unbelievable expos and when you mine while creeps are still there. and I knew football game would be bet lane against bet lane, but I decided to defend. So I got some casters so I can win a ground fight and then defend it with bets and towers. But I have no idea why, but when his Battlerider comes to my Battlerider and I click detonate on him and he click detonate on me, always he is the one who detonates. I
Yeah, I know
no
that
idea
feeling.
how it works.
It's the same thing for me. I've told that actually in the stream to Neo. I'm having the same issue, like always losing my bets to the opponent's bets, which is why
Yeah, we
don't
have
like
play
this
against
matchup.
each other. Then someone will detonate.
I'm betting that your bets are gonna detonate mine. I'm pretty sure about that.
So after the initial base exchanges, I knew that all I need is to not let him mine right side of the map, and I did my best to eliminate all the threats, and yeah, was close though. So then I decided that I don't need lots of army or bet detonate, so I would bet just mine in 50 and collect more gold.
Yeah, I think that's also what I didn't like about game 1. I mean, even after seeing I guess you didn't scout the bets, but you in game 2, I mean, you pumped like a lot of torrents and you weren't really able to use your ground army. You were in high upkeep and losing a lot of resources.
Yeah. Second game was total fuck up. I should have scanned his base like 2 minutes before timer ends, and if I saw like 3 beastries, I should just start defending. So like 5 towers each base, and then go. Plus not so many torrents, not so many casters because I win ground fight anyway. So yeah. I guess I adjusted a little better in third game, but it was so stressful and close, and I didn't expect this from Soin. Of course, he is one of the best orcs in the world, but I thought in this game mode I am the daddy, so facing this.
I'm as surprised as you are. I mean, was really nice to see. I mean, that he did prepare as well, and he also knew, for example, on Monsoon that you can build the base in front of the creeps. He didn't know it on Fullbog though, I think. But of course, I mean, as a solo player, like, do you really prepare all the maps? Even I had not prepared Fullbog as much.
Only today I found out that I can place on Fullbog even in the middle of the day. So we all knew that it's possible in the night, but I tried it in preparation today, and it turned out that it's possible. And I was like, oh, nice! I can just make lots of expos without barrack. So I don't like to build barrack.
I can actually enlighten you about something else. You can not only do it on this orange camp that you did it on your Nashville, you can also do it on the Fullbog camp.
I know.
Okay, you know that, okay. Because you can all the bases you can get them and mine them pretty much at night. I think that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
but the
future.
problem is at day all creeps wake up, and you need to be on point to creep
Yeah,
everything
pull back the
before.
peons, or you pull back the peons and mine some lumber if you want to. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, when I prepared, I had I TP'd at my expansion exactly when creep wake up, so I didn't need
Yeah.
to pull my peons. But in the actual game, I fucked up somewhere, so I had less time and needed to pull back. But yeah, oh man, it's so relieving right now because games were well. At least I will think about it as deserved win because Sheik's game against him was like total bullshit.
Yeah, definitely deserved. I mean, I'm also kind of curious, like at what point, because did you think you were behind at some point? Because I feel like there was kind of a moment like around when Soin got his level 6 Blade Master, you had no bases on the top right anymore, and you also found your bottom right kind of sneaky export wise. Did you feel confident to win this game at this point, or
There were like dark times in this game for me, but I definitely thought that I'm leading. So I knew that he has not enough gold and expansions also, and I knew it. I was like convinced that I will win if I continue doing the same, but it was like hard to evaluate anyway. So I might like misjudge somewhere and lose a hero when he attacked me with his 3 heroes level 6 Blade Master, and I almost lost Blade, TC, and Shadow Hunter like one by
you
one.
TP'd with two heroes there. It was like, and then you kind of just got a mirror image, storm dodge, and like invo potion just at the right timing there. I mean, that was kind of impressive. Because
Anyway,
like the game could have just ended right there.
Yeah.
Not in your favor.
When I TP'd and he did so much damage to me, I was like, what the fuck? Am I gonna lose now? So I knew I have gold, I have expo, etc. So everything was fine, but losing heroes, it's not advisable.
Yeah.
Thank you for that
shit.
great advice, Neutron. Maybe I learned something and maybe I rise in MMR.
Yeah, look, it's fine to lose it on creeps.
Yeah. You should actually lose it on creeps.
Yeah, it's not fine to lose it to your opponent.
Okay, I'm taking notes. At the end of the tournament, I will be 1500 MMR with your advice.
Yeah, look, these solo guys are tough, man. They're tough. So, yeah. Now I am a bit scared of future games.
You're a bit more scared now than after the group stage. I mean, you have dice in your bracket. Like, first of all, you have Lucy or Trunks in your bracket.
Yeah, Trunks.
Then it might be dice or Starbuck after.
Yeah. So Starbuck is the worst for me among all of this.
Yeah, if he can beat dice, you know, I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not like
I hope
Starbuck
not.
has to kind of he kind of has to still improve. I feel honest, like he still has. I mean, he already improved by each game he played, but is he gonna improve further? But dice is the same. Like he also has improved pretty much every game he played.
Yeah, I know. Dice is my Anakin, if you know what I mean.
From Star Wars. So he will turn into Vader.
So when we're gonna play against him in the last game, I will type him. I'm on the high ground. Don't do that.
Okay, so what do we expect Neutron against Trunks? I mean, if you're assuming that you're gonna play Trunks, what do you think? How is that gonna look like?
He has best preparation with creeping phase, so he gonna end up with like 5-4 heroes or something like this. So I have no idea because I played literally 0 games against Night Elves. I played 2 against Lelo before like everything started. So it was like months and a half ago. And after these games, he lost motivation and didn't practice anymore. Yeah, so I feel pretty confident against Night Elves. I think I can manage everything good and win it. But well, I thought it would be much more easier against Soin. So I will be careful with words now.
Also, let's not forget that Trunks made the maps.
Yeah. So
So maybe
I
there's some hidden tricks that we don't even know
yeah,
about
yeah,
yet.
for sure. You need to, for example, you need to kill some hidden sheep, and one of your expert explodes or something like this.
It's a very good idea. Trunks, are you listening? Maybe you need to update. Maybe you need to update your maps before the next week.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
make like a list of things that we can exploit on this map still.
Sounds
Because
good.
now he has all
Look,
the tricks
But,
in his
but
pocket.
I can say that all these two Trunks' maps are by far the best maps in the pool for orcs. So I love you, Trunks.
Let's see for how long. Yuri, it's late. It was tough. You were successful. We let you go. If you have any final words, of course, stage is yours.
Bye bye, motherfuckers.
Same goodbye for like, I don't know, 8 years. Yuri, take care. Score, you've been an insane addition to this cast, man. You really shine at this.
Yeah, thank you so much for having this. I mean, I'm so free not having to play this tournament right now, not having to think every day and every minute about this. So makes my casting skills better.
Time and the desire to join us in the cast, hit me up anytime. That was really enjoyable and some sick insights, man. It's really rare we get to peak high MMR timer brains.
Yeah, my pleasure. Anytime. So have a good night, and I also head out now.
You too, buddy. Have a good time. Take care.
Goodbye.
Man, what an enjoyable tournament this timer is, dude. We get some cool winner interviews with ballsy and entertaining guys. We got some banger games. We got some new amazing co-casters. We got it all. And we get more games of this as well. So the schedule, as I was told today, was Monday. There's 2 games in the afternoon, but unfortunately we might not be able to cast it live because there is one-on-one competition. But I promise I will cast them as soon as the one-on-one is over. That is, for example, Moon vs. Inspired, 4 p.m., still B-Cup. Trunks and Lucy play even earlier. But as soon as B-Cup is over, I'm gonna grab the replays, or they will send me the replays and we're gonna cast it. Tuesday is better though. We got a sick game. Sheik versus Ina. Ina already caused a couple of surprises. Sheik is apparently at the moment the player where everybody's looking up to. So interesting match. For the entertainment value alone, Ina will surely come prepared. On Wednesday, we got the Starbuck versus War 3 Orc Hero. Similar situation. 4 p.m. We don't know if B-Cup is running or not. We'll see. But if B-Cup is running, we grab the replays, we cast it. There is a Dice versus DV game on Thursday, where it's a bit up in the air if we have the time or not. And Say So has yet to schedule, because it was only decided today, I think, that Sweeby gets the win, and Lawley had played already. We casted that already. Very hyped. Very, very, very hyped. And then we get the quarters and then the semi, and this is all gonna be best of 5. People will be so tired. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I'm just very pleased that people take the orga into their own hands and they do such a good job in such a hard environment, with like a global competition, with schedules clashing with B-Cup, and then there's Yangfang show matches as well. And then they have to align the schedules with the entire world, and then they bring in co-casters, and they co-cast so well as well. Yeah, just truly enjoyable. I'm incredibly happy to be a little part of this as well. I hope you enjoy this as much as we do, because we got a lot more games like this. Now, I'll make some food and get a drink and rest. And tomorrow is B-Cup. I'm raiding you. Is someone playing Warcraft? I don't... Oh, Reeve. Sunshine is on. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Enjoy Sunshine. Very cool caster. Bringing you more games in a very charismatic way. Always good to see new casters on the block. Godfather, Rulers, Skoa, Yuri, Trunks, everyone, take care. Thank you all for the work you put into this. See you tomorrow.
Comes on a very blue moon. Think twice, and you missed it again. Waiting in line for the party to end. Guess you didn't get what they asked for. Not a genie in sight, that reality gets so. There's no point to being careful. Learn the rules of the game before you lose your mental. Pretty Carolina, the stone cold stunner. She was a messing around. Calling all you freaks and nerds. You're just missing what you want. My brother's going down the drain. My sister's living the dream. But everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind. But everything's alright. We don't give a damn this time. My daddy was a gambling man with no strategy. Who gives a shit about him anymore? Guess we never really settled the score.